Good morning. Starting day 4 here on Isle Royale. Look at this view. This is across Lake Superior, looking to the north. You see the mountain ranges of Canada off in the distance. Beautiful day as the day breaks. Today going to leave here. This is Little Tide Harbor. And I'm going from Little Tide to North Desor. It's only about 5.2 miles. Now, the guidebook says that this is the toughest part of the trail. We'll see. Tomorrow will be the last big push back to the harbor, where we'll catch the ferry to go back to the mainland. Wonderful island. Least visited national park in the lower 48. And they say the most revisited. I can believe that. Good morning. Leaving camp, walking the approach trail back to the main trail, but walking through all of this fern. Look at all this. It's huge, and it just goes this whole approach trail. They say this is, I think it said a half mile in. Honestly, it feels like it's a lot longer. Had a beautiful, beautiful campsite last night by the water. The waves from Lake Superior lapped up on the shore all night. It makes one feel like they were sleeping beside the ocean. There was more moose on the island right now than people. Some say 1,500 to 2,000 moose live here. One ranger said that they thought there were about 28 wolves. So here we are at the juncture toward North Desor campsite. Finished the approach trail to Little Tide Harbor, and now we're back on the Menong, going west again, and about 5 miles. We'll stop for the day, set us up for a good day tomorrow. Apparently this trail was originally used by hunters, and then backpackers started following suit and using it, and the Park Service decided that they would turn it into a hiking trail, but with an agreement and an understanding that they were going to leave it wilderness. And so it's not maintained like some trails are. Yesterday, one little water crossing where on other trails they have put up these plank board bridges, and but this one, there was no bridge. Could have used one. We got our feet a little wet, but it wasn't a big deal. There were some rocks, but they were really slick. The water was flowing over them, and I slipped off and just got ankle deep. It wasn't bad, and my shoes dried out. So we'll see if we get some more of that. The rangers back on mainland told me that the section that I'm coming up on, not this one for North Desor, but the next section, there's a huge beaver dam, and they said you will get wet as you traverse that. Here we are on this rocky knoll. That ridge line is the Greenstone Ridge. Runs down the center of the island. That way is out to the lake. Lake Desor. I had my lunch. It's going to take a lazy afternoon. And then I think I might go back down the approach trail and sit out there for a while and see if any moose come by. There's signs of moose all over this area, and National Park Service little website says that you know there's a chance that they would come walking through this campsite. This is a very remote, has 3 camping tent areas in it. Really remote spot, but it's so beautiful. Let me just sort of show you. I'm sitting here cooling my feet. You don't get this opportunity very often. I'm getting it today. I walked back out to the trail. This is the trail tomorrow we'll take to Wendigo. Came from Little Todd, which is back that way. And now I'm back to my tent site at Lake Desor. Sort of hoping maybe to spot a moose here in the early evening. But no such luck. I guess it's just not to be. Have opportunity tomorrow. This last leg, about 12 miles to Wendigo. Don't really know what to expect. Talk about a beaver dam that you have to go across, but the books and the written materials don't seem to make a whole lot of it. But the rangers sure did. They talked like it was going to be a mess, so we'll see. They also talked about this last section really being difficult, saying it's the most difficult of the trail. It was about 5.5 miles, and they said it would take, you know, probably 6 to 8 hours. I think we did it in 3. We took some breaks up on the ridges. It is a ridge walk, but it's pretty. This whole place is pretty. This down here, they said this is a remote tent site. It is remote, but 3 tent sites that sit on the bank of the lake. Tomorrow, 12 miles, not bad, and then that'll be a wrap for this edition of Trails Less Traveled. Little buddy. Gonna come over and see me? What you think?